Okay, so this is my way of keeping the GaNs capture warm and producing. I've got a heating pad wrapped around its bottom and sides, and I put it in one of these things from the grocery store that's supposed to keep things insulated a little bit. And this is the one with my brass. So the only brass I could really find were some fittings for hoses and things like that in the hardware store. And there's a nano-coated copper on the other side, and I've got the air stone running from the little itty bitty $5 compressor from Walmart hooked up there. So maybe that will keep his little self warm overnight, because in the Washington state air it tends to get chilly at night. And there's one that I move the air stone back and forth until I get something to divide it. That's doing the CuO2 GaNs, and I've gotten a couple different days of production of that so far. And I'm rinsing that in the distilled water and doing various parts of that process for collection. So it's a lot slower than the CO2 was, but patience is a virtue, they say. And then I have some that are drying. There's a CuO2 that I did with a battery that got quite rusty looking, but since I did it, I'm doing it, and we'll collect it and see what happens. And then there's some of the CO2 GaNs that is dehydrating somewhat. It's nice that where I have my table, there's a little heater behind it that I can turn on. And these were nano coated and rinsed in the, what do you call that, distilled water. And now they're drying out so we can make their connections tomorrow and continue the process. And by the way, you hear it in the background, it's not very loud. We're playing Mozart music just to enhance the process and give them a lot of love. This used to be a CD shelf, and now it's repurposed to all of my different bottles of rinsed distilled water. There's some of the CO2 GaN soup. It's ready for dipping, waiting on the other two types of GaNs. And there's the crock pot that is steaming the last day of the nano coat of those little copper plates. It gets pretty darn hot, so I put it on low, and then I turn it off for a while and watch the heat level, because that sucker gets pretty dang hot. So it's an ongoing project, but fun and chemistry, and I hope I didn't make everybody too dizzy by turning it back and forth. Have a lot of fun with it, because I think that's the key. It seems exciting, it seems cute, and it seems fun, and that's what I tend to follow. So at the moment, that's what it's bringing up for me. So I play. Oh, there's the Mozart. You can hear it a little bit more. I think they like that. Good night.